Chris here, and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my TBR for Historathon 4.0. This is a month-long readathon that is hosted by Amanda, Gloria, and Lindsey. I will link their channels and announcement videos in the description below, and it is all about reading historical fiction. In this round, they have each come up with 3 prompts, and you don't have to do any of the prompts. You could just read historical fiction. But they're suggesting you read at least one prompt from each of them, so that's what I am going to do. I have picked the prompt that works best for me and my reading, given that it is an extremely busy month, and I will tell you whose prompt I picked and what I picked for it. Before we get into that, though, there is also a group book, and that is Crow Mary by Kathleen Grissom. This is set in the summer of 1872 in Montana. And we follow Crow Mary as she marries Abe Farwell, a white fur trader, and accompanies him to his trading post in the Cypress Hills of Saskatchewan, Canada. In the spring of 73, they are preparing to return to Montana when they witness the Cypress Hills massacre, in which 40 innocent Dakota are killed by a drunken gang. Crow Mary ends up single-handedly rescuing 5 of them, and it says, thus, she sets off on a whirlwind of colliding cultures that brings out the worst and best in the cast of unforgettable characters and pushes the love between Farwell and Crow Mary to the breaking point. She is a real person, and this account has been endorsed by her great-granddaughter, Crow elders, and Crow scholars, so it should be pretty accurate. I had never even heard of this book or anything about Crow Mary. I didn't know who she was. I've never heard anything about the Cypress Hills massacre, so I'm quite interested in checking this out and learning about a different part of history. So this is the group book. There will be a live show, I believe, on Lindsey's channel. Check their videos out for more. And speaking of Lindsey, we'll start with her prompt, and the one I chose of hers is to read a book by your favorite author. And this was a bit of a struggle because I don't know that I necessarily have a favorite historical fiction author, but I did come up with somebody, and that is T.E. Kinsey. T.E. Kinsey writes the Lady Hardcastle mystery series and its spin-off series, Dizzy Heights, and I've read all of those books, and lucky for me, I want to say 9th book in the Lady Hardcastle mystery came out last month, so I will be reading A Fire at the Exhibition. Like I said, this is the 9th book in the Lady Hardcastle mystery series, and it follows Lady Hardcastle and her lady's maid Flo. They used to be kind of like spies, and they're retired and had moved to the countryside. And well, it's not really as quiet there as they hoped, and they constantly are getting drawn into some sort of mystery. I don't have a clue what kind of mystery they're going to be drawn to in this one, but I love the banter between the two and the environment. This is obviously a historical fiction mystery, and I've really, really loved the series, so I think that this works really, really well for favorite author because I definitely would read anything T.E. Kinsey wrote because I've loved everything I've read by him, so that is my choice for Lindsey's prompts. For Gloria's prompts, I decided to go with based on a true story, and I decided to read Beneath a Scarlet Sky. This is set in World War II in Italy, and it is based on the true story of a forgotten hero, and it is a triumphant epic tale of one young man's incredible journey and resilience during one of history's darkest hours. I can say I honestly don't think I've read anything in World War II that was set in Italy. I also think this is an absolutely stunning cover. It's a chunky one, and it is one I've wanted to read for a while, but I've put off specifically because it was chunky and I was a little bit intimidated by it. So we will see how this goes. I'm curious to learn about this forgotten hero and see what he got up to during World War II and what his story was. So that would be my choice for Gloria's prompt. And lastly, for Amanda's prompt, I decided to use 3-word title, and I went with The Night Diary. This is taking place in 1947 in India, and India is newly freed from British rule and has been divided into 2 countries, Pakistan and India. Hundreds of thousands are killed crossing borders as tensions between Muslims and Hindus flare. And we're following 12-year-old Nisha, and her father decides it's too dangerous to stay in Pakistan, so Nisha and her family become refugees and embark on a journey by train and by foot to reach their new home. And it's obviously long and dangerous, and she can't imagine losing her homeland too after losing her Muslim mother as a baby. but she still believes in the possibility of putting herself back together. It says, told through Nisha's letters to her mother, the Night Diary is a heartfelt story of one girl's search for home, for her own identity, and for a hopeful future. So I thought this sounded quite interesting and feels very different to all of the other books I'm reading, which was another big plus and another reason I chose this. So hopefully I will love this one too. So there you have it. This, along with the Lady Hardcastle book, are my TBR for Historathon 4.0. I feel like I've got a nice eclectic mix, so I shouldn't get burnout on any one time period, which is very exciting. And I'm looking forward to seeing what everybody gets up to in these books, and hopefully I'll find a new fave. Are you taking part in Historathon? If so, let me know what you decided to put together for your TBR in the comment section below. All of my social media is listed in the description below if you'd like to come chat with me. If you've made it this far in the video, leave me crows or birds in honor of Crow Mary. Like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!